What is up guys, this is Tiro back with another video on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest official Derpfest ROM, which is the 5th January 2020, and this ROM does not need any GApps or something because it already includes the GApps in the ROM file itself. And the flashing procedure, well, it is pretty simplistic, but let me tell you some things that you need to keep in mind if you want to flash this ROM. Number one thing is make sure you are flashing it with the Orange Fox recovery, and that is the release 10, the stable one, not the beta builds. I'm pretty sure the beta builds, if you install it with the beta Orange Fox recoveries, you may face some problems because I was facing it. So I just rolled back to the Orange Fox like stable version, and that worked fine. And I am on the 993 version firmware, the MIUI 993 firmware, not the latest one. The latest firmware will be a little bit problematic. So that is it about the flashing procedure over here. We have the Google Camera 7 present by default. Even the night side pictures and stuff are working fine, as you can see. The night sight mode and stuff is working fine right out of the box. You don't need to do everything like portrait and normal camera, night sight, etc. And videos too will be working fine with this Google camera. So that is not a problem here. But let me tell you, if you want MIUI camera, you have to flash the NX camera, and I have flashed the version 156 or something, or 164, I don't remember the version exactly, but I have installed it with the like Orange Fox recovery again. And here the video mode and stuff is not working, but for normal taking like normal photos and like selfies are working fine with this MIUI camera. Now let me go into the settings panel, and this is how the quick settings panel looks like. You can add more icons of course from here, and you can disable the heads up notification and stuff. Like if you disable this push notification or peak notifications, it will disable the heads up. And in the about section here in the Android version, we have the Derpfest logo up top, and then we have the Android version, and the security patch is latest of December 5th 2019, but it is not quite 2020 yet. And here it says official build. Stock kernel here is the Pixel Dynamic Plus kernel. Let me go back in the system. We do have a system updater right here, so that's great. I'm decrypted over here, so I flash the ROM with the fcrypt disabler. And in the gestures, we have the skip music track and system navigations, like you can use the 2-button or 3-button navigation, or you can use the Android 10 navigation, the gesture navigation if you want to. Let me go back, and here we have the Derp Quest where we get all the customizations. Inside theming, we have the themes, of course, as you can see, and you can customize it however you want. You can change the fonts and stuff, and the accent colors and stuff too. And in the styles, we have the light dark mode, and you can change the framework values. Well, I had to do that because the icons was like too much to the corners, so I did change this like corner content padding and status bar padding. Now let me go back to the status bar, and here in this like status bar system icons, we have the headset, Bluetooth, etc. icons. Also we have the VoLTE icon here, and you can change and select whatever VoLTE icon you need. If you need Oxygen OS kind of VoLTE icon, you can choose that. It is really helpful that it's there. And here we have the status bar logo if you need that, the Derpfest or Derp Quest logo. And we have the traffic indicator, but I'm not using it. I use a separate app for that. And here we have the show clock and date stuff, and you can change the font size of the clock in the status bar too, so that's great. And even like the date, as you can see, you can even change the date format too. As you can see, we have a bunch of options. And then the like date position and stuff, you can change it to center or something, I think right of the time or left of the time. And we have the battery style and stuff, then dotted circle, icon portrait, filled circle, and text and hidden option is there. You can choose the battery percentage to be next to the icon, and battery percentage when charging is there, so that's great. In the quick settings panel, we have the quick setting opacity control. You can change it if you want to. As you can see, if you put it to 100, it won't be any more transparent. And here we have the brightness slider and stuff, plus and minus icon for the brightness, and that works great. We have the battery percentage, clock and stuff. Custom header image is there too, so a lot of customizations are there. And in the button section, we have a accidental touch. Then screen off power button torch, let me show you. This one works flawlessly, as you can see, no issues with that. Let me unlock the device. And here we have the automatically turn off torch and stuff. Let me go back from the buttons. In the navigation, we have the like navigation bar enabler if you need that. Well, I'm using the like full screen gestures, so it is like not simply enabled. And in the gestures, here things get a little bit more interesting. We have the 3-finger screenshot gesture. This works flawlessly. And we have status bar double tap to sleep and lock screen double tap to sleep as well. And in the lock screen, we have the like fingerprint authentication vibration, status bar, show status bar option, then the like font size of the clock and stuff. You can even change the fonts of the clock on the lock screen, so that's great. let me scroll down. We have some like media, music, art and stuff, but let me tell you that there is no like always unlock with the fingerprint scanner, and that sucks kind of for me. But yeah, I would have loved that feature if it was there. And in the power menu we have the advanced reboot option, so this works fine. If you tap on restart, it will show you like directly rebooting to recovery or fast boot options. And in the notification panel we have the notification light, battery charging light, charging animation and stuff. And here we have the ambient display brightness and in-call vibration options are there. Vibrate on connect, call waiting, and disconnect is there. And pulse flashlight on incoming calls is there like MIUI. Edge lighting option is there, and this works flawlessly, and you can change the colors of the edge lighting too, so that's great. You can even choose it to auto color. And in the animations you can change the whole UI animation. In the MISC settings we have the wake up on charge disabling option and the brightness control from the status bar. So this feature works really well and I really love it, and I totally use it in almost every ROMs if it's there. I really love this feature. Now let me go back to the battery settings. Here we have the like lock screen charging info and stuff, but let me tell you the battery life I have been getting is about like 6 to 7 hours, the maximum I could get. And here it shows the battery temperature, and that is how it is. Let me go back to the display settings. We have the night light, then the auto brightness, then the lock screen display is there, and here you can see there is the always on when charging and stuff. So these features are there, and double tap to wake is there too, and this works flawlessly, no issues. And we have the font size, display size, and notch behavior, then some dashboard kind of customizations. So here if you want to change the accent colors, again you have to go to the theme and then go to custom, and from here you can change the accent colors like this. As you can see, there are multiple accent colors over here, but it is just not present in the display settings. And in the sound settings, let me show you. Here we have the touch vibration, screenshots of the sound, etc. disabling option, but there is no Mi Audio Direct right now over here in this ROM as of this build. So that is it for the customizations. Now let me show you the home screen and stuff. To the left we have the Google Now cards. You can swipe down anywhere on the home screen, and if you want to know about this launcher, well, this is a pixel launcher as you can see, and it doesn't have much customizations like double tap to sleep and stuff in the home screen, but yeah, it is like plenty for daily driving for me at least. If you swipe up, you will get the app drawer of course, and the ROM feels pretty smooth I would say. And the DRM info I checked shows as level 1, that's great. And for the IR blaster, I have tested it with the LED RGB remote app, and that works flawlessly, no issues with that. Then we have the recorder option, like recorder app by default over here. Let me check if it's actually working. So yeah, as you can see, it is actually working, and it transcribes the audio whatever it listens to. So this is great that you can like see it on the screen whatever I am saying. And Google Pay works right out of the box here. You don't need to worry about it. Google Pay works flawlessly in this ROM, no issues with that. Now let me open some of the apps and show you guys the RAM management and stuff. Let's open File Explorer, Facebook, Twitter, Play Store, Instagram, Spotify. Now let's open all the apps from memory again. And as you can see, all the apps do stay in memory, so no issues whatsoever that I could find regarding the memory management, at least over here. And you can swipe like between all these apps and it works great. Now one bummer is that talking about the stock dialer, well, there is no call recording option in the stock dialer. This is a Pixel 4 dialer, so yeah, but VoLTE calls does work super fine over here in this ROM. In terms of PUBG graphic settings, the highest one will be HD and high. Then if you go balanced, you can get ultra settings like balanced and ultra, and you can play in smooth and ultra too. So yeah, the performance over here should not be that bad. And the PUBG whole screen, as you can see, I mean the full screen is working fine. If you look at the edges, it works on the notches side too, so no issues with that. PUBG performance, like gaming performance, will be super fine in this ROM, and this ROM does support 18-watt fast charging too, so that's not a problem here. And on the bottom of the lock screen, if you notice, it shows some kind of like two gesture kind of things. Looks pretty cool. I haven't seen it in all ROMs. It shows a little bit different on the other Android 10 ROMs, and this shows like a little bit wider here in this ROM. A very small little thing over here. Looks pretty cool. And here is the fingerprint scanner speed of this ROM. Well, I just double tapped because like once I hit the power button, and too quickly if I tap the fingerprint scanner, it won't work because it takes a little bit of time get the wake up kind of situation for the fingerprint scanner. As you can see, it works fine, no issues whatsoever with the fingerprint scanner speed. And this ROM also has the stock live wallpapers. As you can see, you can just download any of them from here, and the live wallpaper should be working flawlessly here. No issues whatsoever with this like Pixel 4 kind of live wallpapers in this ROM. They are present by default here. So in conclusion, what do I think about this ROM? Well, I would say this is a pretty great option for you on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Since the pixel experience and stuff is really weird right now for the Redmi Note 7 Pro, I'm not gonna flash that anymore. I would say this Derpfest is quite a great option. It does not have any random reboots or something, so the whole UI feels pretty smooth. I don't have any issues while daily driving this ROM, and like there are no issues when like it got stuttered or something. And the Bluetooth audio and the audio output with the headphone jack too was great in this ROM, and I have been using it for almost past 2 to 3 days now, and that is what I think about this ROM. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel down there if you have not yet. This is Tiro from KD and Tech signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.